I have joining me in the studio, Dr Utchay is here. He's a political economist and a politician as well. He's joined by Dr Utchay Odims, who is the director of the National Youth Summit Africa. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. All right, let me come to Dr Odims now. One of the things that really worried me in monitoring the reports coming from across the country and, of course, watching on TV, social media and all of that, is the prevalence of underage protesters, especially in the northern part of the country. And I want to quote the governor of Borno State, Governor Babagana Zulum, who said, and I quote, "Over 95% of those who participated in the so-called Thursday protests were children under 14 years. Most of them do not know why they are protesting. A 6-year-old child carrying a placard is amazing. It must have been directed by someone. Most of those children are not from Borno." Now, I'm bringing that up for two reasons. One, the government did say at the, in the run-up to the protest on Thursday, last Thursday, that there were foreign influences involved. And we did see on social media some protesters somewhere, I don't know exactly where, carrying Russian flags, which the Russian embassy has already denied any involvement in. Secondly, underage protesters, children under the age of 14, and of course the widespread looting, especially in Kano. Was this what the protesters bargained for across Nigeria? Could government have done something more to prevent that widespread looting and, of course, the probability of hoodlums hijacking the protests, like Adakoli alluded to earlier on?
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. And I actually want to say this with a very, very deep sense of responsibility and all. The northern governors should understand that this time around is not business as usual. I mean, if you are playing politics before, especially the North, I want to pay attention to the North. If you are doing politics before now and all, you need to understand that times and seasons have changed. It's just like somebody still using a typewriter in 21st century. This is 21st century. And if you notice very well, you know that for a very long time, the youths of northern part of Nigeria has not been involved in active. What do I mean is this, is that a lot of them are uneducated, Majiri people and the rest of it, and the ones that have the money give them stipends, and they feel that they are fine and all. But these people, to a large extent, it's like there's a great awakening. Because the truth is this, is that you can only postpone the evil day. Yeah, and it's even dangerous to postpone it and all. But one day is going to come. What happened in North should be a big lesson. I expect the northern governors and their elders to actually gather together and prefer a solution. You know, when we talk about light in the natural context, not the light we are looking at, it's education, it's enlightenment and all. Yes. Enlightenment and all. It's not religion. People should understand something. Light is not religion. You are every day telling the person about heaven where he has not been to, or talking about one paradise where the person has not been to, but the person's life the person is living a life of misery and frustration. Now, you see that happen in the north, you see that whatever. Of course, I knew that the northern part of Nigeria was going to be, was going to be something else entirely and all. And thank God that they were able to contain it. But they've not contained it. They need to swing into action to quickly start working on important things that will address the problem of the young people. Things like vocational skills, things like education, very important. The governors should not just assume that it's one of those things. Because the truth of your matter, this morning and all, I was talking with my brother and everything, and it was like, you know, if there's problem, if there's pandemonium, if there's issues in Nigeria and all, people that have all the luxury SUVs will not drive it though. People that have all the wonderful phone. Some people will run away from their house and go and stay in the BQ of their security, not even their security man, somewhere they will take off. We don't need that kind of society. I mean, look at what happened in the north. People were heading for the government house. Governors, you have to be, in fact, they need to call an emergency meeting now So this thing can be nipped on the bud. They need to roll out some initiative, work with NGOs, work with well-meaning Nigerians that can actually curb this. Because these young people are actually, the worst thing you can do for a young man. In fact, there's a place in the Bible that says our old men shall dream dreams, and our young men shall see visions. There is no vision. There's no vision. And wherever there's no vision, the people throw restraint into the air. What it means is that there's chaos and all. Our young people in Nigeria, especially in the north and most parts of Nigeria, they cannot see beyond their nose. No vision. Of course, the nation as a whole and everything should make things clear. There's a whole lot of dissatisfaction everywhere and all. And where there's no vision, there is problem. And I want to say, government officials, be very careful. Government officials, it's not time to booger. It's not time to show force. No. We need to calm down and say, what is the real problem? Let's address the issue on time. A stitch on time saves 9. That's my submission for now.